Are you curious about how the school system works in Quebec? Then you've come to the right place. In my opinion, the school system in Quebec is the most unique in Canada. Not necessarily because of their offerings, but because of the language divide and the classes divide. For this video, we're only going to be focusing on the language divide in elementary and secondary schools. So before I begin, I want to summarize how the school system operates here. There are 4 levels: elementary, secondary, college, and university. Kids who are 5 by September 30th of the current school year are eligible to enroll in kindergarten. Before this, there are several preschool options ranging from private daycare centers to public daycare centers, which offer both part-time and full-time care. However, it should be noted that both kindergarten and preschool is optional for children. Mandatory schooling starts at grade 1. Elementary school refers to grades 1 through 6. Secondary education starts at grade 7 and ends at grade 11. Fun fact, students graduate from the elementary grades level and into the secondary level. So grade 7 now essentially becomes secondary 1, or Sec 1 for short. When students complete Sec 5, they're now eligible to get their secondary school diploma. Given the grand language divide within the province, it should be no big surprise that it manifests within the school system. Just to be clear, Quebec has both publicly funded French and English schools. Despite this, all students must attend a French school unless one of their parents did most of their schooling in English and is a Canadian citizen, or the student has already completed most of their schooling in English in Canada, or that a sibling has already completed most of their English in Canada, granted that the parent is still a Canadian citizen. Of course, there are special circumstances that may exempt a child from attending French school. I've left some resources in the description box below for anyone who is interested in finding out more about this. Because of this rule, the school experience will inevitably be different, granted which language a child learns in. In French school, for instance, English is taught as a secondary language from grade 1 onwards, but there are few schools that offer English immersion as an option for advanced students. In comparison, English schools tend to offer a wider range of services, including French as a second language, French immersion programs, or offering fully bilingual programs that treat English and French as 2 first languages. There is a general consensus that English schools offer a more enriching and valuable experience for students. With enrollment rates dropping across the province, and with more Anglophone parents choosing to send their children to French school, there is a wider possibility that children will get more individualized attention according to their needs as they grow in English school rather than French school. Furthermore, students who attend English school outperform those who attend French school, with the exception of French, throughout the province. And they're also more likely to graduate than those who attend French school. In my opinion, it only makes sense that there is preference for French in a French-speaking province. And the English school boards seem to be understanding that and embracing that as much as they can. However, it is important for the quality of education to remain consistent across both school boards, regardless of language. What are your thoughts on the Quebec school system? For those of you who attended elementary or secondary school in Quebec, let me know your thoughts. Did I miss anything? Let me know in the comment section below. You know, I love hearing from you. This is just part 1 of an education series that I've been working on. So stay tuned for next week for part 2.